Greetings on behalf of the New England CCIM chapter. I'm Michael Chase, chapter president for 2022. As always, we'd like to start off with a quick thank you to our annual sponsors, our gold sponsors, Geronimo Properties, Northmark, EBI Consultant, and AEI Consultants, our silver sponsors, May Property Management and St. James Real Estate Advisors. I would also like to mention our 2022 charitable partner, New View Communities, a CDC organization promoting affordable housing in central Massachusetts. To find out how you can become a sponsor of the New England CCIM chapter or learn more about New View Communities, please feel free to visit our websites. I will add links in the description below. Today is the third video for 2022 in our Why CCIM series, and we are very pleased to be joined by Demetrius Spaneas, the president of Land and Sea Real Estate. Demetrius is a CCIM designee, and he's here to talk about his experience with the CCIM Connect platform as well as the DealShare platform. So, Demetrius, why don't we start off with a quick introduction? Would you mind telling us a bit about yourself?
Hi, Michael. Thank you so very much. I appreciate, again, the opportunity to come and speak to your audience here. So, I'm Demetrius Spaneas. I'm president, broker, owner of Land and Sea Real Estate, along with my wife, Joanne. Our company, it's a boutique brokerage based in Andover, Massachusetts. We specialize primarily on the commercial side. I specialize in investment and development, both regionally and nationally. My wife specializes in luxury residential, and she's also a luxury home builder as well. So that's kind of the basis of our business, and we have a number of agents who work for us who do a number of different things, but primarily the focus is investment and development. That's basically my company. I've been Land Sea Real Estate's been around since 2015. Before that, had a little bit of more of an interesting past as a touring musician and as a college professor and as actually creating artistic diplomacy projects overseas, partnering with the U.S. government and other international sponsors, which actually leads beautifully into this conversation about the CCIM Connect, because in essence, it's kind of the same idea. Because my business has always been, since I've been a business since I was about 20 years old, has always been in the whole idea of collaboration and connecting and networking and creating critical mass of multiple folks to bring projects and developments and just these incredible things into being. So this is why this is actually a very cool topic for me.
Great. So as just a bit of a background, CCIM Connect and DealShare are member benefits for CCIM candidates and designees. They can be found through the Institute website, links there, and I'll also add links in the description below. And effectively, CCIM likes to talk about how you can, work locally, but think globally and interact globally. And so these are message boards, resource libraries, and communities for CCIMs to connect with each other. So, Demetrius, tell us a little bit about your experiences on these platforms.
So in essence, Michael, since I do things outside of New England, since I do a lot of projects, some on the West Coast and the Midwest, South, a lot of times I'm looking for intelligence, and a lot of times I'm looking to connect with boots on the ground, so to speak. And being a CCIM, the one beauty of our designation is that who we reach out to, it's not random. That people have a certain level of poise, of success, and just of knowledge of the industry. So I always feel extremely comfortable reaching out to people on these platforms because I know I'm going to be getting the best information back. So because of that, it may be an example. Let's say I'm doing a project in Texas. So what I would do is, I might use the message board to reach out to, hey, does anybody have any intelligence in Austin, Texas? I need to know this, this, and this. Can someone tell me a bit of the landscape? Can someone tell me a little bit of the demographics of this area? Can someone just get on the phone with me, just in the message board? And it's amazing that the impact that these messages have, because you get a lot of responses. Got email responses. Sometimes I get direct call responses. It's kind of an amazing thing.
Great. And I imagine, though, even if you're not talking about a specific transactions, it's a great way to share best practices or get feedback. If you just happen to have happen to have a question of what you might be experienced locally, you may find it interesting to find other people who are experiencing similar things, even though they may not be in your market.
Yes, yeah, and that's kind of interesting because that way we can actually gain market intelligence, right? Because with some of us, as you know, the globalization of commercial real estate, right? I mean, I have clients who do things all over the U.S. and you know, I know my markets. I know the New England markets very well. You know, I know other markets better because I can reach out to folks and say, hey, you know, this is kind of happening here. What are you seeing? What's the landscape that you're dealing with? And that just gives me kind of a better idea of how I can, you know, guide my clients to make the best decisions.
Excellent. And what I've also noticed on these platforms is resource libraries, documents. Sometimes people put up various forms that are applicable for their market. I mean, sometimes we have a form, whether it be a lease document or SOPL or SNDA or a marketing form that's applicable for our market. But then if we go to another market, we need something else that might be needed by the real estate board there. And so many of those documents are available on these in this message board and in this resource library.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just other aspects of research. I mean, it can be contracts. It can be, you know, looking for municipality ideas, municipality something, say, it might have gone through the permitting and just trying to find out, okay, this is a new zoning here. Oh, good. Oh, can I see that? And some people might post the zoning for certain things. That's been great. But I'll tell you, Michael, one of the real benefits I've seen from this is people kind of reaching out looking for contacts as well. So someone might say, hey, does anybody know anybody at such and such corporation? Because, you know, I'm leasing this building and, you know, there would be a perfect fit there. Does somebody have a contact? And, you know, again, people are very good with sharing these things as well. It's like, hey, you know what, you should contact this person up here. Just tell them I said. And it becomes a warm introduction, which is a fantastic thing.
Excellent, excellent. How often do you find that you log on to CCIM Connect, or do you use some of the kind of automated messaging or save functions where you have maybe updates broadcast to your inbox?
Both. So in essence, a lot of times I'll follow conversations or of course things I will post, and they come to me, and I still always get the automatic emails. Just saying, okay, what's the list of things? But, you know, I mean, I'm on this CCIM website and platforms probably, you know, a couple, 3 times a week anyway, using this platform just to kind of see where things are, or if I have a question. So, you know, a lot of times I'll just skim it just for information. They're like, oh, so I didn't know that about Atlanta. Oh, that's very cool. I have a couple of deals happening in that area. Well, let me check that out. So it's been great for that. It's been great for that. And that's the amazing thing about it.
I imagine it's a fairly low barrier entry if you're a CCIM designee or candidate to hop on and check some of these out. But do you have any suggestions if this is a member benefit that someone hasn't utilized to this point, any suggestion for how they could get started or something that they should do to get going on it?
Well, you know, it's very interesting. It's like any type of message board. I think there's always the fear of jumping in or just how someone's going to be looked at. And you really, my whole thing is just to say, all right, you want to be a part of the community, just jump in, go on and introduce yourself. Say, hey, you know what, I'm a new designee, or, you know, I'm a designee. I've never used this platform before. I'm just here to introduce myself. You know, I'm such and such from Chicago MSA. And you know what, anybody needs anything from me, you know, I'm here. And it's amazing. You can start making your connections that way. The amazing thing, Michael, is that, you know, once you start kind of doing this, you realize the community that you're a part of. So many of my deals happen in other regions purely through the connections that I make through CCIM. And, you know, I go direct to those sources. I mean, I have one instance, I had to have a broker of record in another state. I went to CCIM Connect. I got someone, right? Perfect. That's going to close next week. You know, we have those types of projects and those types of things that you can, it's just amazing how you can reach out to folks. Just introduce yourself and you'll be amazed. Someone might say, hey, you know what, I'm interested in your market. Let's have a phone call or a Zoom meeting. Yeah.
That's excellent, Demetrius. Thank you for all the feedback. So as we kind of wrap up our conversation, one of the things I always like to ask our guests is there anything the New England CCIM chapter can be doing to support professionals and firms such as you?
Well, I think the main thing is, as I mentioned, critical mass and collaboration and connections. I truly believe the concept of networking, and networking isn't, making introductions like, hey, you and your team need to talk. Networking is referring to the point of saying, hey, such and such, this person would be very interested in what you're doing, right? And this person has these skills in this, and that could benefit you in your business. And by doing that is a fantastic thing. And really by having more, I think more events, and particularly, I know the last 2 years have been difficult, but having more live events where we can sit together and we can say, hey, we can meet each other and we can create that energy, that incredible energy that we can do more business together. Because in all honesty, Michael, my view of business has always been, there's no such thing as competition. There's plenty for all of us. And the more that we do together, it actually goes up exponentially, the opportunities that all of us can engage in.
I like that thought, Demetrius. And I think we are all looking forward to being able to get back in person. And I agree with you. I tend to think of, rather than trying to get a bigger slice of the pie, let's just all make the pie bigger.
Absolutely. And it's amazing what happens. It does go up exponentially. Once you stop, thinking like a pigeon and going after breadcrumbs, and you just kind of start thinking like, hey, you know what? We got the whole cake here. Let's just all kind of enjoy it. There's more cakes. And when you realize the cakes are infinite, it becomes a phenomenal thing with business.
Excellent. Well, any parting thoughts?
No, I mean, honestly, I really believe that folks, designees and designees to be should really explore these platforms. I mean, the beauty of the designation, it's great to have the letters after the name, but the beauty of the designation is the fact that you have a huge community out there that's at your fingertips, and you need to explore it and capitalize on those opportunities.
Great. Well, Demetrius, thank you again for taking the time to chat with us today, for sharing your insights, and thank you for taking the time to view this video. You can follow Demetrius on LinkedIn and through the Land and Sea Real Estate website. Links will be included in the description below. We have a great lineup of speakers coming, and we'll be posting more content throughout the year. So please like and subscribe below and keep an eye on this channel. Also, feel free to follow us on LinkedIn and other social media platforms. Thank you for viewing.
Thank you.